Yo, what's going on, guys? Jetxc here. Hopefully you guys have been doing good. Summer Part 2 has been rough on my tickets, but I'm still surviving with the gems I've saved up throughout the entirety of, gosh, I don't know how long, but you really don't need to spend money on this game, man. It's actually kind of crazy how I've managed to get so many costumes without having to spend a dime. But anyway, we've talked about, who is it? Therese. And we've talked about Beach Scheherazade, right? We talked about it in a video, I think, last week. And I'm going to talk about Beach Vacation Morpia. She's a solid unit. However, you need a lot to make her work. She's fun. She can be a little irritating, if anything. And she's kind of gimmicky. But I'd say Beach Vacation Morpia is one of her more important costumes to have. Essentially, all it's going to do is you have an option with the preemptive action, and you can summon 2 clones. I think a lot of people have seen this before, but the clones have some stats to them depending on how many copies you have. And yeah, there's not really any advantages at getting certain copies besides the stat changes. What's most important here is that you get the potential, because that potential will give you an additional stat of a barrier, and it will reduce the cooldown from 6 to 5. So if you're going to get a copy, make sure you can get that potential down as soon as possible. But like I said, she's kind of gimmicky, and, you know, she could be used in Guild Raid. She could be used in Fiend Hunt. There's even people that have tried to make her work in PvP, and it absolutely does work. It just takes a lot of investment to really get her going, in my opinion. But in general, I don't think you will see her a lot in general play when it comes to like just regular going through the story, doing PvE content. Rarely will you see her in Guild Raid or Fiend Hunt. As a matter of fact, she's being used in this Fiend Hunt, and it's been a long time since she's been used in a Fiend Hunt. So it's honestly good to see. But yeah, very rarely will you be able to bring her somewhere in general. I have to say, though, I think it's at least worth it to get a copy of her. It's even better if you can get her other copies as well of her other costumes. That way you can kind of round her out and make her way more useful. But she gets the most use with her Beach Vacation Morpia costume. I can definitely tell you that one for sure. So let's just see if these guys could survive here. I'm going to show you just like some of the gimmicky stuff you could do with Beach Vacation Morpia. And I'm not even going to use the other costumes. I'm just going to show you guys. Alright, so let's see if we can survive this turret. So I already used my costume, and I have them to where they're only going to auto attack. They're not actually going to attack. Yep. Okay. Great. We got hit there. Okay, cool. Oh, damn. That's a lot. Okay. Alright, so we just survived an attack here. Now we're going to go ahead and use the costume again. We're going to just do more dumb stuff. We are going to... I don't want anyone to attack. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, we're going to continue the attack here. Knock people back. And now we have 4 of these sprites, essentially. And you can kind of get the gist of why this is probably her most important costume, because you could do the most with it. You could kind of turtle and delay, and you can also kind of gather these sprites here just to do damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate all of them, and here's the range. So if they're dark purple, they have a horizontal attack range. If they are light blue, they have the vertical attack range here. So I'm just going to activate these guys and see if I can just clean up. They got the top there. Cool. I think that's all I really need. All right. So we're going to get the buff from Cowgirl Therese here. And clean up. Cool. And that's pretty much all you do with Morpia. And as you kind of go throughout the game, you'll have the chance to get more costumes for free, whether it be through the powder shop, whether it be at through Mirror Wars. So just pay attention to that. And if anything, guys, get a copy of her. I think a copy is just fine. Honestly, you won't be using her that much, but it is important that you do use her potential if you want to start using her quite a bit. So, all right, that is it from me, guys. Good luck on your pulls. We got we got Maid Rubia coming up soon. So, all right, guys, later.